So I'm Emily Stergar and I'm a sculptor. A lot of what I wanted to do here was do a lot of walking and exploring and investigations of the landscape and how people interact with it, what happens to it, and how we use it and utilize it. When I first arrived, Camille told me about this beautiful house and how it started off as one small thing and then became additions and add-ons and things. And so that really struck me with these. And so I started working with these models and sort of formulating that and thinking about on my walks and my hikes how people disperse their buildings on their property not because of how they would oriented themselves, but how the landscape dictates it. So yeah, as an artist, or in my practice, I respond to the landscape itself and the environment that I'm surrounded in. So when I come to a residency or a place, I don't like to have a preconceived idea or sort of structure that I want the land, the area to inform me in what I'm doing. And so that's what's happened here is just based off of walking and building that this all came about. So I sort of think of like these wooden structures as these man-made buildings, the way that we build and the materials that I use. Put that backwards.
So would you say is that what informs the sparse squareness as opposed to a more organic, rounded, curved structure, or do you predominantly work with these square structures?
I do predominantly work with squares and right angles, and I think it is two things that yes, it is because of how we build our structures and things like that. Most of the time it's easier to build something at a right angle. But also squares are how we mark our landscape. It's a square foot that equals square miles, hectares. All those things are also gridded out. The way that we do our longitude and latitude, things like that. And that's where, I think those are part of it. The thing I'd like somebody to walk away with when they think about my work is thinking about themselves in relation to the land and their environment and how we physically change and manipulate it, but not always for our own. We shouldn't do it always for our own benefit, I think. That's something that I'm sort of drawing attention to is how we change our world and is it really for the good. So.
Thank you very much, Emily.
Yes, thank you for having me here.
Oh, yeah, it's good.